Derrick Lewis versus Ilir Latifi set to take place on the main card of UFC 247, Jones versus Reyes this weekend. And I will predict for you this. Before we even get into my prediction on who's going to win, I'm going to predict for you this. We're going to witness one round of complete fucking carnage. I promise you that. There is going to be mayhem for a round of this fight. And the only reason I say that is because Ilir Latifi only has one round of fight in him. And that's just fact. Every single time we see Ilir Latifi get out of the first round, doesn't look good for him. Okay, history tells us that. Against Corey Anderson, it was the same story. He just gassed himself out. Against, more recently, Volkan Ozdemir, after the first round, he had nothing for him. I don't like where Ilir Latifi's going here. I feel like, if anything, I could see him move down to middleweight, but instead, he's decided that he needs all of this muscle that he uses so much, because when have you ever seen Ilir Latifi completely out-grapple someone recently? It's not happened. So what's the point of having all that bulk? Knockout power? No. Doesn't have any of that either, by the looks of things. Can't seem to land it. Doesn't have long enough arms. So what's the point, Ilir Latifi? I feel like this isn't even a prediction video. This is a therapy session for Ilir Latifi. What's wrong with you, bro? Why are you going up to heavyweight? That's not going to fix your problems. Is there a chance that Ilir Latifi can go up to heavyweight, take this opportunity that he's been given for some reason, coming off a loss just outside the top 10 of light heavyweight, all of a sudden that means that you get a top 5 opponent in heavyweight? I don't understand how that works, but either way, it's a big opportunity for him. Is there a chance that he could clip Derrick Lewis on the chin in the first round? Yes. How big is that chance? 10%? 10% chance he lands it? I'd give him a good 10% chance that he could land a big shot in the first round against Derrick Lewis. But if not, and this sounds crazy to say, I know, but Derrick Lewis is going to use his cardio to win the fight. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth. But I think that Derrick Lewis is going to rely on his cardio to win this one, boys. He's looking in better shape than we've ever seen him. I like it when Derrick Lewis stays active as well, because it means that he doesn't blow up between fights. He stays trim. We saw that in the Daniel Cormier fight before he fought Alexander Volkov. He stays in fight shape, even though he lost a DC fight. I mean, it's DC. You know, different opponent with Ilir Latifi. I feel like Derrick Lewis gets this one done. He's bigger. He's got a much longer reach. I mean, everything is on the side of Derrick Lewis. He's got better cardio, which sounds crazy to say, I know, but he does have better cardio. I think he's going to coast the first round. Latifi's going to go crazy. Derrick Lewis is going to go crazy. I think it's going to be an absolute fucking... I don't even know what's going to happen in the first round, but I can imagine there's going to be some kind of just complete fucking horrifying war in the first round. And then as soon as the first round's over, Ilir Latifi's going to have a minute in the second round to try and do something now that he's had a breather. And then if that doesn't work, Derrick Lewis is going to win. I am predicting for you guys that Derrick Lewis will win this fight by late second round TKO. I see a trend in Ilir Latifi's fights. He hasn't had the best career recently as well. I mean, if you look at his recent career in 2019, he lost to Volkan Ozdemir. Sorry, let me get my facts straight. In 2018, lost to Corey Anderson after beating OSP, which was a big win in the first round. This is his only chance, as I've said before. Loses to Corey Anderson. Gets outpointed for 3 rounds because he's got one round of cardio inside him. Then in 2019, he pulls out of 2 scheduled bouts with Volkan Ozdemir due to back issues. Then he fights Volkan Ozdemir and gets destroyed. And now he's going to try and go up to Derrick Lewis. If this was Johnny Walker before the Corey Anderson fight, let's say that Johnny Walker just beat Misha Serkinov, was on a hot streak, no one's beating him in the UFC, absolute freak athlete, 6'5", long dimensions, built for the heavyweight division, is deciding to go up after his Misha Serkinov win against Derrick Lewis. I might pick Johnny Walker. Like, it's a tough fight there. But with Ilir Latifi, there's no momentum. He's not a heavyweight. There's no way he should ever be considered a heavyweight, even if he does go in there and win. I mean, like, the dimensions just aren't there. If you're betting on Ilir Latifi, it's the same reason that you're betting on Caitlin Chookagian and Dominic Reyes. And maybe some other people on the card as well. There's a reason why you're picking these fights. Because I see a lot of predictors. I've seen one predictor, I can't remember his fucking name, came out with a Chookagian pick and tried to validify it. You know why you're picking these people. You're picking these people in an odd chance, in a 5% chance that you're going to get a Hail Mary underdog. Okay? And me making this video could curse me. And Ilir Latifi might just go out there and KO Derrick Lewis in the first round. But you know what you're betting on. I don't want to hear guys go with, oh, I think Ilir Latifi's going to win because of this and this and this. No. You know what you're betting on. You're betting on Ilir Latifi landing hard in the first round in a Hail Mary overhand that lands on Derrick Lewis's chin and somehow KOs him stiff. That's what you're betting on. Okay? I'm done with all this, oh, I think this guy's going to win because of, oh, the footwork of Latifi. Just calm down. You know what you're betting on. You're betting on Hail Marys. Okay? That's what you're doing. Can Ilir Latifi win? Yes, he can. Is there a very good chance? No. So I'm not going to predict him. I'm going to predict that Derrick Lewis, who's been more active, who's coming off a big win over Blagojevinov, who I think would absolutely smoke Ilir Latifi for breakfast. If you smoke at breakfast, I don't know if that's a thing. It might be, I'm not sure. But I feel like Derrick Lewis has got this one in the bag. I think there's going to be one round of a bit of chaos and a bit of ooh and ah, but nothing's really going to land. I think there's going to be a lot of explosive movements, and I think a lot of people are going to be going, oh, ah, oh, that was close. And then we're going to see Derrick Lewis just take over in the second round now that Ilir Latifi's completely gassed out with his bad back, and put a real big hurting on Ilir Latifi in the second, KOing him stiff. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I mean, I wish there was more to break down, but to be honest with you, even if I was to try and break down Derrick Lewis's game, there's not much to talk about. Same with Ilir Latifi. It's not like I can say, oh, he does this thing very, very well with his jab, and there's this weakness here. Derrick Lewis is who he is. He comes in there, he's a giant black man with big hands, and he throws them. He throws them with vicious intent. There's not good technique behind them whatsoever. He just wings bombs, and there's nothing I can discuss. This is the easiest prediction video I've ever made. Ilir Latifi, there's not much technique there either. He wings bombs, charges forward, and if that doesn't work, he loses every time. Derrick Lewis wings bombs. There's no jab. There won't be a single jab in this fight. Let's just make new predictions. We're not even predicting the fight anymore. Let's make new predictions. I predict that Lewis won't throw a single jab with his 14 centimeter reach advantage. I predict that Ilir Latifi won't throw a single kick. I predict that Derrick Lewis will throw at least one jumping switch kick, which will look hilarious and will almost throw himself off balance. And then I think that Derrick Lewis is going to get a KO in the second round. There's my predictions, and that's what's going to happen. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Latifi should have gone to middleweight, not heavyweight. I feel like that just adds to the problem. Click that button there. Goodbye. I'll see you later. Derrick Lewis is going to get a win in the second round. And then he's going to move on to take on... Let's talk about what's next, actually. So don't even click that there, because they're not there anymore. Because I fucked it up. Let's talk about this. If Rosenstruik beats Ngannou, the Lewis vs Rosenstruik can happen. I also think if Lewis wins this and Ngannou beats Rosenstruik, which I expect, I think Ngannou is going to beat Rosenstruik, or whatever his fucking name is. I think Derrick Lewis versus Curtis Blaydes can headline a fight night of itself, or can be a nice little feature fight for a pay-per-view any time of the week. Put that on, it'll be a fun fight. Blaydes versus Derrick Lewis. Sounds good, and if Ilir Latifi wins, then God doesn't exist, because that's the only explanation. I mean, God doesn't exist. What am I talking about? I just think that Ilir Latifi's got little to no chance. If he does win, it's a Hail Mary underdog that he lands something big in the first round. I don't see him just completely out-grappling Derrick Lewis. I don't see that happening whatsoever. I can see him gassing out. So, I'm predicting that he'll gas out. Ilir Latifi, if he wins, though, listen. Latifi versus Blaydes. You know, whoever wins this fight gets Curtis Blaydes. There we go. There we go. That's done. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click that button there. Goodbye.